Hi guys, it's Carissa and I am going to do a little nap time chat with you. I have been a serial filmer and deleter lately because I've been trying to cover too many topics without thinking about it clearly first. Sometimes that works for me and sometimes it really doesn't. And the last couple of videos that I filmed for you were like 40 minutes long of me just rambling, and when I was trying to go through and edit them, it was like, okay, get to the point. And I realized that a lot of my videos are like that, but some of them lately have been to the extreme. Just to update you on kind of what's been going on, because I haven't been filming much lately. We are going through a little bit of a season in our lives, and that is an interior decorating season. Mike and I finally broke down and purchased a new sofa, a sectional, and it's basically our dream sectional, which I know might sound a little bit dramatic, but we had a sectional when we first got married that we purchased. It was one of our first big furniture purchases together, and it just, over time, we found things about it we didn't care for, and then the dog ruined it, and we ended up getting rid of it. And ever since then, have been really unhappy with our furniture. It's been a series of things that we've done just to kind of hold us off until we could actually dedicate the time and the effort to making the big purchase. And it's, for some reason, was such a big ordeal for us because I think it was like 2012-ish when we did finally get something new, and I wanted gray, and nobody had gray. Everything was brown, tan, there's a lot of red, and now there's gray everywhere. Like all home decor has a ton of gray, which you guys know I love gray, but oh gosh, I love that gray flooring that everybody's got these days. I'm so jealous of that when I see that. But we finally found our perfect sectional, and it was actually a really reasonable price, and we have it ordered, and it won't be here for it's taking a couple of weeks. So it sparked something in me that I tried to just quiet, but Mike actually caught this little bit of a bug also, and I was thankful for it because it made me think, okay, now we can work together on this, and I don't have to feel guilty about it, because as a new mom, especially as a mom who just wanted to be a mom so badly, anything else feels superfluous and ridiculous, and I have a lot of guilt over it. Even just little things that I should just be doing for myself, just to be a person. And, oh, is she waking up? And that's something else I wanted to talk about. But so Mike is kind of, you know, you get blindness to the things in your home that have been sitting forever. Even, you know, like before someone comes over for the first time, you start looking around when you're tidying up and you're like, whoa, there's stuff that I just didn't even see. It's like a grime blindness and a bad decor blindness. Or there's things that you're gifted that you feel sentimental attachment to, or things that you maybe got a really good price for 15 years ago and you just can't let go of it like an idiot. I am one of the types that, well, basically I decorated our home in 2009 on the budget we had then and with the resources that I had available, and I just never looked back. And there's a lot that needs to be updated, and there's a lot that could stand to be refreshed. So it's probably about to get real Pinteresty in here. If you guys have any interest in that whatsoever, I'm not gonna really make instructional videos necessarily on what I've done, but if you wanna see before and afters, or just kind of whatever we come up with in the meantime, I guess let me know. It's totally okay if you have no interest in that at all, because there's a ton of that on YouTube. That there's basically everything that I do here on YouTube. There's a lot more already here that is more well done and more appealing for so many reasons. So I don't know why I even care about that, but so that's where we're starting off. The challenge for me though is that I want to do it on as small a budget as possible. Basically the purchases we made were the sectional, and for some reason Mike has this seething hatred for our TV stand. There's nothing wrong with it in my opinion. It's kind of like a rustic look. It serves its purpose. It's still in great shape, but he hates it. So we did order a new TV stand. He used this as kind of an excuse because we, kind of didn't really measure our needs first. So the sectional is a pinch too big for the space that we're putting it in. But who doesn't love a room that's basically just all cushions, right? Isn't that kind of a dream, to just have a room where you can just lounge anywhere? The other thing that we want to work on is I've looked up ideas on sort of a better way to corral the mess in the corner, the play corner that we have for Vera. So I've been looking at living room corner play spaces, and there's a few little tweaks we like to make there. But I want to kind of shop my home stash and some inexpensive, I don't know, maybe like Marshalls or Home Goods type places, Target, and just, you know, do what we can to make some changes. And if you'd like to see that, especially on a major budget, let me know. The other thing I wanted to talk about was something new that I have been trying to gift myself. It's not going very well, but I'm not going to stop trying. I was inspired by Jamie, who is Jalen Mama on YouTube, unless she changed it to just her name. I don't know. I'll link her below. She's very sweet, and she's got a big family. And she was talking on her Instagram story a few days ago about a mom who inspires her, who has an even bigger family, like 8 kids. And she was saying that she was talking about the importance of taking time for yourself in the morning before everybody wakes up. And that's been something that's been nagging at me that I've really wanted to try and do, but it just doesn't always work out. And I know it won't always work out. But there are just some things that need to get done, and some things that I would like to do that I will never, ever accomplish during the day, because trust me, I've tried and I'm learning that it's just not possible while Vera is awake. And I'm all in all day long, every day. You know, Mike does have 2 days off, but she doesn't go to any kind of daycare. I don't ever have anybody babysit her really. And I am enjoying that, and it's probably selfish of me, and I know that I'll have to break that up a little bit in the future, but I enjoy it. But by design, that complicates things, because I was telling Mike I had to come up with all of these creative ways to distract Vera yesterday just so I could boil some water, because it was that difficult to just get the pot on the stove and be able to watch it without picking her up 100 times and doing other things. So, you know, things like paying the bills, that's been scary the last few months, where I used to sit down with my bill book, which is right here, and I'd cross everything off and get everything scheduled for the month, everything put into the websites and our banking system, and it was all taken care of, and I didn't even have to think about it or look back. And lately it's been more like a hunt and peck situation, where it's like I'm holding a baby on my lap and typing with one hand and trying to remember passwords and paying one bill at a time when I think of it every few days. I forgot a bunch in December because of that terrible system, and I said, never again. I'm gonna figure out a way to get this stuff done. The other thing is that I need to stop feeling guilty about is my appearance. I have totally let go of any preferences I have for how I like to look, the minimum upkeep I like to have on myself on a daily basis. And I have been feeling really crummy about myself because of it. I have a really long way to go on my weight loss journey. I have always been a firm believer in the fact that you need to treat yourself very well and present yourself to the world in a way that makes you feel like you can hold your head up high. And whether all that means is like a little bit of tinted chapstick and some mascara, or a full-blown drag face of makeup, you should be able to do that for yourself, you know, within reason, if and when possible. So that's why I've always talked a lot about beauty products and really liked beauty products. And again, that's something that's all over YouTube, but my approach was always coming from a place of positivity and self-care, and self-care is so huge these days, and I love that people are really paying attention to that and what self-care means to them. If self-care to you means getting to bed early and making sure you get enough water, it's like you're my hero, you know. But I want to take it a step further, so I have started journaling, not journaling, planning, not planning. I ordered a journal on Amazon, or a day planner on Amazon, and it's got everything pretty much like calendar style. I don't know, it's over there. I should just go get it to show you. But, you know, it's got everything pre-filled out, and I can just put in my goals. And I've tried apps. I've tried so many things. I've tried just mentally remembering stuff, which is a joke. But to me, just to cross something off, Vera's vitamin D drops. It's so important for her to get vitamin D. But bless my heart, my husband, my constantly picking up and straightening husband, as great as that is, I can't tell you how many times I've lost her vitamin D vial, and I finally had to say to him, I need to always be able to see that, because if it's out of sight, it's out of mind. Well, now I have a little spot that I can check off every day on my planner to make sure I've done it. And some days, all I do is see that spot, and I'm like, okay, and I pick her up, and I go take her to the drops right away, and I give them to her. And that's been working out so great for me. Checking off my water, checking off my electrolyte drinks, my goals for the week, the things that I'd like to do and the things that I write in, not always the case. Not always gonna get that stuff done. But what I've decided to do is wake up early. I set a silent alarm on my Fitbit, and that's my time. I do with that what I want to. Ideally, I take that time to take a shower, like a real shower, and not a shower like you just heard the smoke alarm go off and you need to rinse the shampoo out of your hair. You know, like a real shower where I actually exfoliate and things like that. But ideally, if I do that at night before bed, when I wake up in the morning, my hair is dry, it looks like this, but that's not, it could be worse. And all I have to do is slap a little bit of hair oil in, and then I can put some makeup on and some clothes, and I'm pretty much like, hey, look, I can answer the door if the gas and electric guy shows up to read the meter and not feel like I'm gonna scare him. It's not always a guy, by the way. It looks like there's too much blush on my face. Did I put too much blush on? Or is it the lighting? So, I did do that a couple of times. I set a silent alarm on my Fitbit. It's difficult because I don't want to leave the room and have Vera wake up and disturb Mike too much. You know, say if I am in the shower and can't get to her right away, because I don't want to, you know, disrupt his sleep unnecessarily, because he does have to go to work. So I'm starting with a short window of time before what should actually be wake up. And that way, if Vera does get up and cry enough to wake him up, say, you know, while I'm trying to finish a shower, or if I'm in the basement doing some laundry or something, it's not gonna totally throw his whole day off. But it's just so nice. It's so nice to have that quiet, just to be up before the world, you know. Even the sun isn't up yet, and I just can accomplish way more in even 20 minutes than, oh my gosh, stuff that I would write on, you know, write on a list pad that I wanted to achieve within the next month that just never, ever, ever got done. The only problem is I can't make phone calls to make appointments then. Oh, that's something I really, like, we need dentist appointments, like, whoa. And every time I think to call, they're on lunch or they're closed for the day, every single time. And then, you know, the few times that I have tried to do it while Vera's awake, she's at that age where she realizes I'm on the phone and hates it. So she just yells the whole time and it's impossible to hear anything. So, and that's something I need to remember to do on Mike's day off. That's what I need to do. But anyway, I love it. I feel like a super mom, and I know I'm not. I know there's no such thing, and trust me, there are days where things go all kinds of wrong and I feel like I can't do anything right, but it's nice to feel like I can get a step ahead, you know, whenever I'm able to make the effort to do so. Sometimes it isn't possible because of Vera's sleep schedule, you know, how many times she wakes up, and 2 to 5 a.m. is still a tough time for her. She wakes up much more frequently then. But honestly, it's time. It's time for me to stop making excuses, and it's time for me to stop acting like, I don't know, like I don't matter just because she matters so much. You know, we've all heard that phrase that you can't pour from an empty cup, and my cup is dry. So I need to work on that. And who knows, this is lofty of me, but maybe eventually that could morph into other things where I could start actually getting some exercise in the morning and do more, just do even more. But one of the nice things about that is if I'm consistent enough and I'm able to achieve enough of my goals, that will give me more time to film and upload content and be involved in that way. So that's pretty much all that's been going on lately. We're just working on, you know, like yesterday I tried to distract Vera well enough and played some videos for her on the iPad in her room. I don't like to give it to her yet. I know that eventually I'll lose that battle, but I like to just set it up like it's a TV screen and play some of her favorite songs so that, I don't know, it serves like a TV, but it's not too iPad-like. I have a lot of guilt about that. I can feel guilty about so many things. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with moms who do or just hand their kid their phone or their iPad right out of the womb, but I'm trying to prolong that as much as I can for as long as I can. So I just tried to play some songs for her and, you know, talk to her and still interact with her, but I clean the closet, the hallway closet upstairs, and clean through some of that. And it felt good to do, but it was so hard because I was like, oh, this is time with her that you'll never get back, and you're wasting it cleaning the closet. I don't know if I'll ever get over stuff like that. I mean, it sounds like a great excuse to not do anything ever, and that's not what I'm trying to do, but boy, do I sometimes feel like, oh, yes, I achieved something, but at what cost? Oh, it's so ridiculous. So, but that's pretty much it. I just wanted to bring that up with you guys. I don't know. It's not that we didn't want to make our home nice before or didn't care about things like that, but I think that there was a lot, obviously, with our attempts to conceive and wanting to do more for ourselves as a couple and start actually taking family vacations every year and things like that. It made stuff like home decor feel unnecessary, and you know, what we had was good enough, and we don't have guests or visitors often enough to really even care, etc. But I want to start making some changes and start being more consistent with that kind of stuff. You know, now having Vera and wanting to decorate for holidays and have seasonal decor and things like that feel so much more special. So that's definitely something I want to work on and start making good habits with. And step by step, very, very slowly, I'm working on being me again in some capacity and not just only serving my master, if that makes sense. So, but it's hard because she's super cute and so much fun to be around. But that's it for me for now. I just wanted to make a little video to catch up with you guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay.